go.
Okay, well, thanks for taking the bus ride. You know, it really wasn't 12 miles. It was 20 miles. When I thought you had to walk, I said maybe 10 or 12. Now that you took the bus, it's actually 20 miles. We're here at Cascera Philippi. Now, on still shots, we're going to show you that over this part of the hippodrome, that's where Herod's temple was. And Herod had maybe a dozen temples in different cities all around the area. But Cascera Philippi was just the elite of the elite of all of the cities here that Herod built. Now, over my shoulder here, you're going to find this is the hippodrome. This is where they did the chariot races. And this was just a huge, huge theater going in the round. And Herod had this built for Rome. And excuse us.
Thank you.
Herod had this built for Rome, and all the Roman dignitaries lived here. But the centurions would not have lived near the hippodrome. They would not have lived by the theater. They certainly wouldn't have been near Herod's palace. Herod's palace was for his entourage and for the people who waited on Herod. If you take a look over my shoulder here, most likely the armies and the centurions home would have been over the hippodrome, over the hill, and all of that was destroyed by earthquakes and winds over the years. That's where Cornelius's household would have been. So now Peter and Cornelius's servants and his soldier brought Peter from Joppa all the way to Caesarea to find Cornelius. And just as at Pentecost in Acts chapter 10, read this for yourself, and I'm going to read it for you when we give you some still shots. This is exactly where Cornelius greets Peter, says it's not lawful for you, a Jew, to be in my home, and Peter says, God has told me, don't call anything and anyone unclean when God has said, you're clean. And as Peter preaches, just as he did at Pentecost, then the Spirit of God fell upon all the people there. Now, got a little helicopter overhead. You just bear with me, because this is a monumental event in the life of the first century church. This is where the Spirit of God is poured out and salvation is given, not just to the Jews. Now salvation is given to the Gentiles. All the nations of the world can now receive the promise of the gift of God, the Holy Spirit. Salvation has now been extended to all. From here, it'll go to the ends of the earth. God bless you. We got some more for you. Come on.